Hello piscator pals, how are you all? I'm knackered, absolutely knackered. I mean, it's like, what, 11:30 now, and I've only just got here. But I'm here at the fantastic, famous Marsh Farm fisheries in Milford in Surrey. Big tench, big crucians, there's bream and perch and roach and rudd and a few rogue carp in here. But people come to Marsh Farm for the big tench and the big crucians. It's what it's all about here, and I'm really hoping to catch something. Hey, seagulls just come down, fantastic. I'm knackered already. The reason I'm knackered already is because I've had to catch a train and there was a bus replacement service. So I've been on trains and another train and a bus, but I finally, well, I had to walk here as well. But I'm finally here, very, very late. Really, I should have been here first thing in the morning, but I don't drive, so I can't do that. So I'm hoping to be here as long as I possibly can. I've had a little discussion with the guys in the tackle shop. Apparently, the gates all close here at 5:30 today, so I haven't got long. However, I might be able to sneak in a few more hours. Yeah, maybe, but to be honest, by 5:30, if I haven't caught something out of here, I'm never going to catch anything out of here. The fish in here are quite voracious. However, behind me is just one of the two big lakes here and one small pond. This is Harris Lake. Now, last time I was here, I fished Richardson, which is that sort of way. But Harris Lake is a little bit more difficult than Richardson. The fish are a little bit more shy, or a little bit more difficult to catch. So I thought I'd give myself a bit of a challenge. Why? I don't know. I really should just come here. It's taken me all this time. I should just come here and just go on a really easy lake like Hill Pond and just catch loads of little fish for you. But no, I thought, you know, it's go big or go home. You've made all this effort to get here. Wouldn't it be a shame if you didn't give this a go behind me? There's a very good chance this video might end up with 0 fish, but it's going to end up with me just enjoying some of the fantastic fishing here and some of the stunning sights. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. There's a heron just over there on the island as well. No doubt he's going to be catching better than I will be, but it's glorious here. Marsh Farm is in my top 5 favourite venues I've ever fished in my entire life. So I am not going to have a bad day, fish or no fish. Bit of swim management. There we go. I think I'm sorted now. Sort of. Oh, there's a load of wildlife around. Well, I'm finally set up. Actually, I've got my disgorger there. I don't know why. I'm all over the place. Sort the hat out. Look, there we go. That's better. Well, the rod's set up. I've just been very lightly feeding the swim. Got a little bit of ground bait in, just in the margins. I've just been sprinkling in just a taster of maggots, because they won't just be there yet. I've made a bit of a faux pas. I've managed to leave the house today with only one reel, and it's not the reel I wanted. I've actually got £6 line on this rod, which is a little bit heavy for my liking. Normally when I come here, I'll be using £3 line at most. Well, maybe £4 line at most, and I like to put a slightly lighter hook length on. But never mind, I've got £6 line on today, and I've put on a 2.5 pound hook length. So when I'm float fishing, the fish will only see the 2.5 pound hook length anyway, so it should be okay. Should I need to go a bit higher, should the tench be a bit bigger, I could just change that hook length, put something slightly bigger on, no problem. Now, if I'm fishing for the crucians here, I tend to use about a 2 pound hook length. So it looks like it's going to be a tench day today here at Marsh Farm, with, let's hope, just 1 or 2 that'll do me. socking great big Crucian carp, because the Crucian carp here get big. But again, so do the tench. And I love catching tench and Crucians. But you know, if I catch anything today, I'll be happy. You watch me catch a load of rudd today. I love catching rudd. I can't lose. Anyway, I'm going to chuck a little bit more bait in. Just a small bit of ground bait. I'm only putting tiddly bits in, so I don't want to overfeed to begin with. So literally the little balls I'm putting in are that sort of size. Oh, that one's already broken in half. Squeeze it together a bit better, and I'm just plopping it in the edge. And I should do that, just little bits here and there, until I see some signs of fish happening. So I'm not going to get fishing straight away, despite me getting here so late. I'm not going to start fishing straight away. I'm just going to slowly trickle in a bit of bait, go on camera silence for a little while, because I am fishing right in the margins, and if you can hear me, so can the fish. So I'm going to, for a good half an hour, 45 minutes, and then I'll start actually fishing. But until then, I'm going to enjoy looking across this lake and the wildlife that's just everywhere. Lovely. Think the problem I'm going to have with maggot are all these teeny tiny fish. There's a lot of small silverfish, roach rudd, all about this sort of size, buzzing around in the margins. Let's see what they are. Little roach is what they are. And I think they are going to blitz my maggots. However, you never know. If you're persistent, you might get through them. As sort of a backup plan, I do have a feeder with me. Or two, not just one feeder, that'd be crazy. What if I lost it? But I've got a few feeders with me, so I can always fish a little bit more at distance and on the bottom. That'll really get through the little tiddly tiddlers. I've also got some pellet and I've got some worm. So I've got plenty of options. There again, haven't blanked. Come all this way and I've caught a fish, so that's a good start. So I was just looking at a butterfly on the other side there. Loads and loads of insects buzzing around in the margins. But again, I'm supposed to be being quiet as I'm fishing in the margins. I'm doing a terrible job of it. Oh. It's another little tiddler. Yes, I might need to rethink my plan at some point today. Whee! Here we are. The perch in here must be getting some good sizes, because there's plenty of food for them. Yeah, I've done the old glasses because I can't see what I'm doing. Stick 2 maggots on there this time. See if that makes a difference. Probably just mean I'll catch them quicker. That about there. In it goes into the throngs of fish. Oh, unhooked himself. That's the best way, I think. Yeah, so I think I'm soon going to get to a point where I've had enough of this. I have to start rethinking before I've even started. I think one of the first things I'm going to do is move my shot down to down from up the top near the float down to the bottom. Oh, down to the net. That's why it's always important to keep a net. Yes, she's here, a net's here, just below you where you're sitting, because these little fish do ping off the hook. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is move all the shot from the float right the way down to the bottom to try and get the bait down there as quick as possible and get through those tiddlers. Let's see how that works out. There we go, blitzing away at those little rudd and roach. Paid off with a gorgeous little rudd. Look at that. Well, not so much little compared to the other little ones. When you caught a few little tiddly widdly ones, fish like this feels like a monster. But I do love a rudd. Look at that. Beautiful fish. Let's pop you back. Mwah. There we are. Good things, they say, come to those who bait. How about that? Gorgeous little tench. In fact, ooh, the hook has fallen out on the net. Would you believe it? Still very feisty. Alright, come on then, show us your colours. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous fish. Only a wee one by Marsh standards, but a fantastic fish. Excellent. Any problem with tench is they do tend to leave a lot of slime up the line. Look at that. Ugh. Now you can't leave that on there, because other tench in the swim will sniff that and think, oh, danger, what's going on? So I've got a little towel with me. Well, it's a flannel, it's not a towel at all. And I'm just going to rub all that slime off best I can to try and make the hook length a little bit cleaner. It's not really working, to be honest. But if nothing else, you can always push it up the line, further on up, where the fish aren't feeding, so they can't find it. And that is what I'm going to do here, actually. So I'm going to take that stopper off. I'm going to bunch all the slime up here, so I've still got all of that line there. There's the hook, without any slime on it. Hopefully if I get a big enough lump up there, it'll come off a little bit easier. Or I'll just change the hook length again. Not a big deal. Let's put the shot back on and get some more maggots on there. Ooh, I'll be catching a lot of little teeny tiny rudd and roach, a lot of little perch, which I haven't shown you because I'm not really here for them today. If I was, I'd be showing you a lot more of them. Today I'm after tench. And maybe, if I'm really lucky, a good Crucian. Here I find it's best to hope for tench. No, I suppose really I'm hoping for Crucians and expecting tench. Either way, I'm a happy angler already. And who wouldn't be? Anyway, let's get the bait back out in spot. Drop it down into the swim. And see if we can get another one. Hopefully a bit bigger. but I was getting a lot of bites in the margin to begin with, and as the days progressed, it's just sort of petered off a little bit. Anyway, I've not been idle. I've been looking around, and just in front of me, well, there was a reed sticking up in the water. It's moved along now, so I suspect it was just like a floating tuft. But there's been a few bubbles appearing out in the distance, so I'm hoping. Oh, there was a bite. Oh, me saying it hasn't been happening. There was a bite, but it's mostly little tiny fish, little rudd, roach, and perch. As I say, there has been some bubbles appearing out in the distance, so I'm just wondering whether, as I've got my feeders with me, I shouldn't change what I've got and cast out into the middle there where I've seen fish feeding. It's usually a good bet. If fish are feeding there, then, you know. Oh, that's another little bite. Oh, no. Probably a little perch. Yeah, probably. I've got a worm on now, hoping that I might get into something a little bit bigger, which could account for the slowing down of bites. But I don't know. I'm umming and ahhing for a little bit. I think what I'll do is I'll give it another 10 minutes on the float, and then change to a feeder and cast out into the middle, especially if I see any more bubbles appearing. There's quite a bit of rippling to the surface of the water, so they're really hard to see, but there's definitely something out there, and I want it. I had a little wander and a little rethink, and I went for it. I'm on the quiver tip now with a feeder on the end. I'm hoping that a few of those bubbles out there weren't just bream. Not that I mind catching bream, but I'm really after some tench. And it'd be nice just to catch more than one today. Not that it really matters. Of course, the main purpose of fishing is being out here in nature and wildlife and having a go, enjoying yourself. But it would be nice just to get another one. When I had my little wander round, I was speaking to some guys on the far bank, which I can see in front of me, and they say they've had a few. One guy's had a nice Crucian, but it's been particularly slow today, and that can be the case with any sort of fishing, but particularly on a lake where it's quite tricky anyway. I have had days in the past here where it's just gone mad, but a lot of that is luck. Has to be said, has to be depending whether the fish are feeding or not. Today they don't really seem up for it, so I'm pretty glad of the fish I have caught. Not that I've shown all of them to you. Loads of roach and rudd, a few bigger perch, a few smaller perch, a few bigger roach, a few bigger rudd, and the tench, of course. So it's not been a failure by any stretch, but I know, because I've been here a lot, this place can really be on fire sometimes. Just today's not the day. Oh well. Oh, little fish jumped in the swim. There's plenty to look at, and there's lots of relaxing to do, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's actually perfect for the passionate piscator, just to relax and chill out. 2 hours later. Whew, it's sweltering out here. Absolutely sweating on. There's a slight breeze, which is certainly helping it a little bit, but whew, blimey. I'm so glad I bought the sun lotion today. I mean, I'm probably crispy up as it is. I can't really tell with these glasses on. Oh yeah, a little bit. Not a lot. Not a lot of shelter here from the sun. But right up against the reeds here, so there's a little bit, just a tad. It's nice when the sun goes behind the clouds. It's a hard day today. Wow. Fishing is slow. Well, that's not entirely true. The fishing, if I wanted it to be, would be fast-paced and crazy. If I was after little rudd and roach, or even decent rudd and roach. And that's sometimes, when you're going for a specific species, that's just sometimes how it is. Perhaps I'd have been better off today trying for rudd or roach, something like that. But it certainly wasn't tench, was it? I did catch a tench early doors. But it just goes to show, actually, that angling isn't always easy. It's actually quite an accurate representation of how angling can be. You can't catch fish every single time you go out. I wish that was the case. I was speaking to Martin Bowler recently, and he was saying that the only person he knew who could catch fish on demand was the legendary John Wilson. If he had an article he needed to do or a program he needed to film, John was the man to go to, the go-to guy. You tell him what you wanted, he'd go out and he'd get it. But he, as well as Martin, are far better anglers than me. A viewer of the channel approached me a little while back and he said, your videos are really, it was nice, he was very positive about them. Your videos are really nice. It gives an accurate representation of what it's like to be just an ordinary, average, everyday sort of angler. The average Joe who goes out, every other weekend, once a month or what have you, and just goes pleasure fishing. Sometimes going for a specific species, sometimes trying to catch something big, and sometimes just going out and catching whatever swims. And that, of course, is the case. That's exactly what I want to put across on these videos, is sometimes you get the fish you're after, sometimes you don't. But every time is a good time. You're far better to be out on the bank, by the water, by the sea, and out there doing it, rather than, well, not. If you don't go, you don't know, and that's exactly it. Today I've been, and I've certainly know now that it's a hard day. I'm not the only angler on the lake having a tough day today. Everyone is. In fact, quite a lot of anglers I've seen in the past sort of half an hour maybe. Quite a lot of anglers have done a retreat already. They said, nope, today's not the day. Come down another day and try again. But I haven't given up yet. Still got a few hours left. Well, actually, I probably haven't. Looking to see what time it is. It's on the phone right in front of me. Well, I can't see it, of course. But last I looked, it was about 4 o'clock. The gates here... Ooh, actually just a bite then. The gates here close fairly early. So actually I don't have a lot long left. But I'm going to keep fishing right the way until the last dying minutes. And see what else I can get. A little bit of me is just like, perhaps I should... bit of entanglement there. Perhaps I should put some maggots on and go for those rudd and roach, the little small ones, and hope for some slightly bigger rudd and roach. But I'm still gonna hold out for a tench, guys. Rightly or wrongly, trust me, I'm getting enough bites on, I'm on worm at the moment. We're getting enough bites on the worm that there's every chance I'll catch a few more rudd and roach anyway. And I have indeed been catching quite a lot of small rudd and roach, like you saw right at the beginning of the show. Nibble, nibble. But yeah, I'm going to keep on going, keep on enjoying the day, peering out into the water, relaxing, chilling out, and who knows, maybe I'll catch another tench. Being accosted by great big honkers. What's that with you? You got a problem? Give me the evils. Go on, get out of here, buddy. Get out of here. Yeah. Same to you. Well, that's me, Piscator pals. The end of the day. I've got to catch a bus, I've got to catch a train, I've got to catch another train. It's going to be a long journey home. The sun has beat down upon me today, and I feel knackered. I've still got a long way to go. Anyway, I caught a tench. Come on. What are you going to do? You know, I mean, I can't catch like a million fish every time for you. No, Harris Lake is the harder of the lakes here. It's got a smaller head of fish, but the fish are much bigger. If I'd have gone over to Richardson's, I probably could have caught a few more fish, and certainly caught a lot more if I'd gone on to Hill. But I hadn't fished Harris in many a year, and I thought, go on, just go for it. If you don't try, you don't know. And I tried, and now I know I've caught one tench. But I have caught a plethora of other fish. I've caught maybe 20 or 30 rudd or roach, 2 or 3 decent ones in there, loads of little perch. No crucians. The crucians in here, you know, 3-pounders. A 3-pound crucian, can you imagine? They go above that. There's even word of 4-pounders in here. This is on the Godalming Angling Society ticket. So if you become a member of the club, you can fish Johnson's Lake, which is right across the other side of those trees there. And Johnson's has Crucian Carp over 4 pounds. I don't even know if Crucian Carp get that big, honestly. It's impossible. It's a very impossible fish. Anyway, I'm just naked. Naked? What's that? A cross between day and naked? I don't know. I'm just a day ticketer today. So I've got to shimmy on away from the lakes. I will be back again, perhaps over on Richardson's, just so I can get a few fish in the bag. Maybe a nice day on Hill. Tons and tons of smaller fish. Who knows? Anyway, this is still one of my top venues to come fishing. If you've never been here before, I highly recommend it. Anyway, like this video if you've liked it. Subscribe to the Passionate Piscator YouTube channel for more content. There's loads more tench, there's loads more other fish on there. Go through the back. In fact, I've even fished here before, and you can look at that video and pretend that I caught them today. Maybe I'll do that later. Anyway, I'll see you next time on the bank. Bye.